Hi everybody, Colleen here with Colleen Beauty and Fashion. So today is an exciting day because last I checked, I had 99 subscribers and I'm that close to hitting 100. So it's a very exciting milestone in my little channel that's growing every day, and I thank all of you for that. Those of you who have subscribed and those of you who keep coming back and those of you who will subscribe in the future. Thank you all for that. I'm so excited that we're growing and our community is getting bigger and bigger. Today I'm going to do for you an all coral summer look. None of this stuff is new. I haven't purchased anything new for this video, but I am putting it together in a unique way that I haven't showed to you before. It's going to be a very one-tone look in coral, and I think that's a really pretty look for summer and definitely something that the mature woman can pull off. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's a little bit of color, but I think the fact that it's all within one tone really softens down the look and makes it really beautiful. So I've already applied my foundation, which is my Chanel Sublimage Essence de Teinte in shade B10. It's my go-to right now. I'm still on the hunt for what's going to be my everyday makeup for the summer, which would hopefully be a tinted moisturizer, tinted sunscreen. I haven't found one I like yet. If you have any suggestions, please put them down in the comments below, because I really am struggling to find something that I like. So if you have any thoughts about that, please let me know. So as I mentioned, I put my foundation on, and I never put my, I'm going to take my glasses off now. I never put my under eye concealer on until after I've done my eyeshadow look, because if there's any fallout or if my lines get weird here, I can correct it with the concealer afterwards. So I always wait to do that. So right now all I have on is my normal skincare routine and my Chanel, as I mentioned before. So I'm going to start with my eyes, and I'm going to start with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer. So here we go. This is relatively new to me. I bought it and I tested it in a video not too long ago. But so far, I really like it. The only thing that's a little tricky with it is it doesn't have much color. So sometimes it's hard to see where you've put it on. And just blend it out with my finger. And I like to give it just a moment to kind of set in and you know, not be quite so filmy. It's quite oily when it first goes on, so I like to give it a minute to kind of set down. Okay, so we've given that a moment, and I've moved my mirror a bit closer because it was too far away. This is my makeup mirror that I've talked about a couple times in my videos that I'm really enjoying. It's really helping me put on my makeup better than what I used to do with the little compact up in the air like this. This is much better. So let's move on. I'm revisiting an old favorite, the Essence 6-pan eyeshadow palettes, and this one of course is Coral Me Maybe. So I really like these little palettes, and if you've watched any of the videos on my channel about them, you know that I'm really fond of them. I haven't used that one this much, so I thought this was a good opportunity to use it again. Great shades, all in the Coral family, as promised on the name of the palette. So I'm going to start with this transition shade, and I am using and loving, as you may already know, my BK Beauty brushes. This is for the small hooded eyes. There's a set of them, and I've links to everything down below in my description box if you're interested in shopping and looking for these things. And you should know that when they are affiliate links, I do get a small commission if you shop through them, but that's helping to support my channel, which I'm so grateful for, and it doesn't cost you anything extra to shop through my links. So if you feel inspired to do that, please do. It's so helpful, and I'm so grateful for it. Here I go with the BK Beauty. I should be telling you the numbers of these in case you want to buy them separately. They are, this one is, oh gosh, 202. So this is the nice fluffy one that I use for the transition shade that I start with. And just in the crease and slightly above it to kind of disguise the little hoodie. I want to put a little bit of color on him. Okay, there we go. Color number one in place. Okay, and now for the lid, I'm going to use this 203 brush, which is just your regular eyelid eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to use this kind of peachy color right here on my lid. So you can see this is highly, highly pigmented. Can you see? But a really, really pretty color. And you can see already I was looking all beige and blah before with my beige sweater on and my beige skin. So now I have already some color brought to my face just from an application of a little bit of eyeshadow. And I think as we mature and get older, that's what we're looking for. We want to have interest in our appearance. We want things not to be too predictable, let's say that. You don't want to be a mature woman and be predictable, because that really can age you. So to have a bit of fun in your appearance, a bit of fun in your personality, be a bit quirky, I think, really brings off a more youthful vibe. So that's my theory on the things. If you have any comments that you want to share with us about maturity and how you like to have fun and bring the joy out in your life, please leave it in the comments. Always looking for the community to share. So that'd be great. Moving on with this eyeshadow palette from Essence, I'm going to take this gold shimmer shade right here, and I'm going to pop that in the middle with my finger. So there, can you see the difference? Just a little bit of highlight right above the iris. It helps lifting, everything lifting, right? Okay, now for me, this eyeshadow look is done. You could, if you wanted to, put a bit of highlighter under your eyebrows here. I don't do that because, I don't know if you can see, but my eyebrows are quite prominent. And so I don't need them to stick out, you know, I don't need the underneath to stick out any further, in my opinion. Sometimes I do it if I'm going out and I know I'm going to be in candlelight or something, I do it then. Okay, so I had to take a little break because they were vacuuming the hallways here, and I live in an apartment building, so I just took a little break, but now we're back. So I think I'm done with the eyeshadow, and we're going to move on to doing a bit of eyeliner. And in order to do that, I am going to use the shadow palette, so I guess I'm not really done with it, but this fabulous little brush that I got from BK Beauty, it is number, what is it? 208. And I am just loving this little brush because I can use eyeshadow as liner with this great little brush. And it's really precise, and I can get the color exactly where I want it. So I've been really enjoying that. So I'm going to go into this really deep shade here, and I'm going to use it as my eyeliner. And I use the magnifying part of my makeup mirror so I can get in really close to my lash line. Don't worry if you get a little bit of fallout, you can brush it away. That's why we don't do our concealer until afterwards. Okay, and then I'm going to do underneath. So there's one eye lined, and I'm going to go away and do the other one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so both eyes are lined now. I'm going to take a smoky brush. This is the number, God, I can't see the numbers of this at all with my glasses. 204 of the small hooded eyes set from BK Beauty. And that's just a nice little smoker brush, you can see. So what I like to do with this one is take another color. And this time I'm going to take this one right here and just kind of go over where I just lined my eye on the bottom and just add a little bit of dimension with this on the inner. Now, some might say if you have wrinkly under eyes that you shouldn't do this part. My feeling is this: there are no rules in makeup, one way or the other, but it's up to you to judge whether you like the look or not. I personally like it a lot. I think it really adds a little bit of glisten to your eyes, which is pretty, I think. And with the under eye concealer technique that I'm going to use, I think you don't have to worry so much about the shimmer getting into the wrinkles deeper down, like down here more. So I personally enjoy this technique, but it's up to you. Give it a try. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. It's makeup. It's not, it's not the end of the world if you try something and it doesn't work. So now we're going to move on to the mascara. I've been using this Age Perfect Lash Magnifying Mascara lately, and I think it's working quite well. It's not my #1 mascara. That would be the Lash Paradise, and I did review 5 mascaras. It turned out to be 6. Not too long ago. There is a video of me reviewing 5 mascaras, and the Lash Paradise came up on top, but I did like this one. It's just got a different effect to it. So again, I'm using my magnifying mirror, just so handy. I should take it off and show it to you. The great thing is you can take it off too. Here it is. You just pop it off. It's on with suction cups. Right there. So you just pop it on and off as you need it. But I found it really has helped me to see exactly what is going on. And if I make a mistake, I can actually see it now. I'm really worried now that before I was going out the door with things all over my face I didn't know about. So I have found this to be really, really helpful. And there we go. Mascara all done. Okay, so with the mascara done, I'm going to move on to the blush. And today I've chosen the Milani. This is the, what is this? Romantic Rose blush. It's kind of a muted, I would say it's on the peachy side, but it's more muted. It's definitely matte. I'm planning on using a highlighter today, so I thought I would use a matte blush. So I'm starting up at the top, and I'm not going to come too far down with this. I was watching Stephanie Marie, and she was doing a makeup all about lifting everything. And I will put a link or a shout out to her channel down in my description box as well. And she had a really good point about starting up here and not bringing everything too far down with our blush and our bronzer. So that was a really good idea. Just another way to keep everything going up, which is what we want. So moving on, I am going to do a little bit of contouring with my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I like it for contouring, and I like to use a sponge with it. So I use it mostly for under my chin because I want my chin to kind of have some definition. And I find that if I put this underneath here, which I think is what my grandmother used to call a waddle. Isn't that an attractive term? I think it's chickens have a waddle under here. I'd like to think I don't have a waddle, but maybe I do. Anyway, let's get rid of it with this. Wow. Okay, I mentioned I'm going to do a highlighter today. So I'm going to use this cute brush. I got it in Ipsy. Isn't it cute? Look, it's got daisies all over it. It's, what name is it? Farrah. It's a Farrah brush that I got. I'm sure it was in an Ipsy bag. So, but very cute with the daisies on it. So there is this really cool kind of peachy bronzy highlighter in this palette from Ace that I've had for a long time. So I'm just going to use it very gently at the top here, just to kind of peachy myself a little bit more. Right there, just a little bit of peachy glow. And I think I'll put it down the middle of my nose too. You can really see it there. And then maybe a little bit on my temples. Just pretty, just touch. For my lipstick today, I'm going to be using an Essence lipstick. Now, I've talked about Essence so much, and we all know how affordable and what great quality they are for the price. So I haven't used a lot of Essence lipsticks, but this one is a great color, I think, for today. It's called Naughty. So they are a wonderful lipstick. They are not long lasting. So in the case of, you know, you get what you pay for, in this case, it's pretty color and everything, but it doesn't last very long. I mean, really, if you don't mind reapplying it all day long, the price is so awesome, right? That's the trade-off. Okay, and now I'm going to do my eyebrows with the Kokie eyebrow pencil. It's almost time for me to get a new eyebrow pencil. So today for my under eyes, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one is in Fair Rose. It's a little bit pinky. So I like that because I think it's a bit brightening for me. So just a touch. And if you see me do any of my other makeup videos, I think you probably will have seen this trick before. It's not really a trick. Just to kind of make sure that you place it not too much and really gently. And the biggest thing about this is to make sure that you get your eyeshadow ending where it needs to end, and use the concealer to help you create that line and clean up anything that went over that line. So that's why I really like this trick. So I take my sponge and I tap it into place with the sponge, kind of press it into place. And I find this really works to help keep everything in place. Now, one trick I didn't try today that I did hear about recently was using the eyeshadow primer underneath your eye to make sure that that eyeshadow stays in place too, which was a good idea, and I meant to try it, but I forgot. So next time. So I'm going to go away and finish my look, put my jewelry on, and probably a scarf, you know me. And I'll be back to show you the finished look. So here we go. I found some color pearl earrings that I like. And of course a scarf. This one I think I found in a vintage shop quite a while ago. But I just love it because it has all the clocks on it. I think it's actually a men's like haberdashery scarf or whatever you want to call them. But I just love it. I think it's very cool. And you know me in scarves. So really like this one. There is, I'll put a link to a store, a couple stores on Amazon actually that have some really cool scarves if you're looking for something. But they're fun, and I like to pick them up on holiday and in vintage stores, and it's just a thing I have. But anyway, on to the finished look. Here we go. Now I do want to fix my hair. I do want to keep it back today in the TELETIES, but and I don't know if you've seen this before, but this is a great color. It goes with what I'm wearing today. It's the tortoise color from TELETIES, and I am just loving using them because they're so easy and they don't hurt your hair. And if you have very fine hair, like I do, they stay in place. So that's awesome. I live in a very windy area. I live right near the water on the harbor. And so sometimes when the wind comes up off the ocean, it just blows your hair around and it's crazy. So the great thing about these is they really stay in place, really easy to do. And they look much more professional than a covered hair tie. So there we go. That's that. I'll show you a picture of the back. I'll put it up there. So anyway, I just love these. So there's a link to them as well. They have all kinds of great colors right now, and they've also just started coming out with hair clips. So if you like those kind of claw lobster clips, I call them, they have really nice ones. They're a little bit bendy so they don't break, and also the mechanism, the spring is covered, which I think is what I hate about those ugly drugstore ones, is you can see the spring and it's just, I don't know, doesn't look very nice. But anyway, I have a link, as I said, below. So if you're interested, check them out. So as always, Bonnie will help me say goodbye today. So are you ready to say goodbye to the people? Look at your face. Look at your silly Bonnie face. Okay, ready? Here we go. Bye-bye, people. Bye-bye, people. Okay. Bye-bye now.